Have you ever wondered something? Some women are not struggling in life. They are respected, they're educated, they're responsible, they're dependable. In fact, they're the very ones that people run to in times of crisis. She built the career, she handled the pressure, she became the strong one. But when the day ends, the house is quiet. And she wonders, why is it that the one area I cannot seem to figure out is love? This episode is not about blaming men. It's not even about blaming women either. Because the truth is, for many successful women, the problem is not about lack of opportunity. It is pattern. A pattern of being strong for so long that vulnerability feels unsafe. A pattern of being needed but rarely being emotionally held. A pattern of attracting attention but not emotional security. And sometimes sources didn't create the wall, it protected the wound. Today, we're going to talk honestly, gently, and truthfully about why many accomplished women struggle in relationships. And most importantly, how healing, not hustling, is what finally changes their love life. Because from the outside, her life makes sense. It feels safe. But inside, something is missing. She's not lazy, of course. She's not confused. She's not irresponsible. In fact, she's actually the very person that people depend on. She shows up on time. She keeps her word. She carries pressure well. People trust her judgment. At work, she's respected. But quietly, sometimes even secretly, she asks a question she rarely says out loud. Why is the one area of my life I cannot seem to figure out love? Today, I want to talk to you about something important. Woman, your singleness is not always about timing. It is not always about finding the right man. Sometimes it's about protection. Not God protecting you from love, but your own protection from being hurt again. Many high functioning women learn very early in life that safety came from self reliance. Maybe you had to grow up fast. Maybe you were the responsible child. Just maybe you learned that your needs were inconvenient. Maybe you discovered that vulnerability did not always receive comfort. And so what you do? You adapted. You became capable, independent, strong, and strength rewarded you. You succeeded in school, career, responsibility, even leadership. But the same strength that builds a life can quietly build a wall, because relationship requires something success never demanded from you. And what's that? Emotional exposure. At work, competence is enough. In love, competence is not intimacy. You can manage projects, you can manage your teams, but you cannot manage emotional connection. Connection requires openness, and openness requires safety. Here is what often happens. A successful woman does not choose men based only on attraction. She chooses men she feels she can emotionally survive. Sometimes that looks like emotionally unavailable men, inconsistent men, men she has to help, or men who admires her but never truly sees her. Why? Because being needed feels familiar, but being emotionally held feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar can feel unsafe. So she becomes the giver in the relationship. She understands him, she supports him, she's patient with him, but she's rarely emotionally cared for. And over time, what happens? She begins to believe a painful lie. I can be valued, but I cannot be deeply loved. So she keeps achieving more certifications, more responsibilities, more goals. Not because she's ambitious, no, but because achievement never abandoned her. Career gives measurable results, but love requires surrender, and surrender feels dangerous. So a heart that once broke without help rebuilding. Now, let me say something very important. Women, you are not intimidating men and you're not driving them away because many women have been told this lie and it's really incomplete. The issue is not intimidation, the issue is emotional accessibility. Strong women often communicate, I have everything handled, but healthy partnership requires you to say, I can be known here. A good man is not looking for a successful woman. No, he's not. He is looking for a place where he can matter. Not as a provider only, but as a participant in your emotional world. And if you keep controlling over your feelings, decisions, and your needs, guess what's going to happen? You may attract men who will intimidate you and remain distant from you because the intimacy requires mutual dependence, not independence. And here is the hopeful part. Loneliness is not a relationship problem first. It is emotional safety problem. When your heart learns it is safe to be seen, not just admired, not just responsible, but really seen, your relationship begins to change. Healing does not make you weaker, it makes you reachable. Love does not come when you lower your standards like most people do. Love often comes when you lower your defense. And sometimes God is not withholding a relationship from you. No, He's not. Sometimes He's healing the part of you that believes you cannot end love by being everything to everyone. You were never created to be chosen by your performance. You were created to be loved for your presence. So if you recognize yourself in this conversation today, please release one heavy relief. You're not behind in life, my girl. You are in preparation because the healthiest relationships are not built by two perfect people. They are built by two emotionally safe people. And your story is not missing love, my darling. Your story may be learning how to receive it.